My name is Gary Ward. I was a Seaman 3, E3 as they call it. And I went down to the Philadelphia Navy Yard and spent the rest of the reserve time there, and then I got called up active duty, 401 Broad, then assigned down to Dam Neck, Virginia, where we went through jungle training, and we got assigned to Vietnam. And we were assigned knowing that half were going to go to Vietnam and half were going to stay in Dam Neck. That was hell. We were put in the woods down in Virginia and trying to escape from Marines who did 4 tours in Vietnam. The one guy, he used to run backwards 10 miles with an M14, and we could hardly run 5 miles with a little M16. And this is straight up, and you didn't want to fail this guy. And then we were sent out to the woods. We had 1 chicken, and the rest we had to live on the land. And if the Marines or Army caught you, you had to, instead of getting a rifle butt like the VC would do to you, they would hit you with a rifle butt. And they would say, give me a rifle butt. That was 10 push-ups. I can't tell you how many push-ups I did. But we even did push-ups in stagnant water. I mean, they were just, you know, and when everything got quiet, they'd throw a cherry bomb, you know, supposed to be a grenade, you know. It was very scary, very scary. Eat off the land, know what to eat, know what not to eat. You know, they taught us a lot before we went out, but you don't remember everything. But yeah, different berries are poisonous, this and that. You know, you stay away from. You got to watch when you're walking through, because over in Vietnam they had holes and covered up and all, and you'd fall down a hole, and they had bungee cords. Or bungee spears hanging up, you know, from the ground up, and you'd go right through your leg, and they were poisonous. Or they put the little snakes down there. There were little foot-long snakes. I don't know if you ever heard of 7-second snakes, 2-step snakes. That's what the Army and the Marines called it. Well, over in Vietnam, the worst duty you could have is to be a tunnel rat, to go down and check the tunnels out. Because you couldn't go down feet first. It was so small because they were small. And the other guys, there was only two to a patrol, and he would lower you down face first. Well, the VC used to nail the tail of the snake, and the snake was already mad. And as you went by there, you know, count to 7, you're dead. If there was the most venomous snake we ever heard of or saw, you know. Green was jungle and red was the water. That's a different color it had, but they were about that big and a foot long. And we finally got together. They brought us all together, and we finally learned what we had to do. You had to take a little beat up time, and we all stood in line. We all knew who was next in charge. Well, the one guy would step up. Here's my serial number, you know, and they'd beat him up. Next guy would stand up in line. Well, we got halfway through. I just got the crap kicked out of me, and they put the American flag up, and that was whew, that was quite a sight. And then said, "You guys finally learned. Let's go home."